I have been in so much of a Honda mood recently that I've actually almost considered buying one and even putting my Evo to the side. It hasn't happened, don't worry, Evo's not going anywhere, but I thought I should at least sate this desire today and modify this beautiful EF9 Civic. I love these old boxy shapes. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's tunable. Let's just jump in. Let's just jump straight in. No more introduction. And where should we park up? I've been trying to do this whole like drive and modify thing because I want to modify these cars on the move, but I keep crashing. It's not a good idea. Let's just park on the side of the road. So this is, of course, a Honda Civic EF. I did actually own an EF Civic at one point. I am very familiar with this dashboard. It didn't last long. The head gasket was blown and it was sort of masked. I was stupid. I was young. I was excited to get one of these. It was a sedan version. This is a two-door hatchback. And it was a massive mistake. It was probably my biggest regret. Of any of the cars that I've owned, the Civic that I bought was the biggest regret because it was an absolute nugget. It was just way beyond repair. It was rotting. But I just always wanted one. And it was the only one I could find in my price range. Yeah, let's not get into that story. Let's just go to customs. Let's get a spoiler. Let's just modify this thing. Let's try and make this like a sort of like a Kanjo racer, if we can. So we have this first spoiler, which already looks amazing. We also have this drag wing. Both of these look so cool on this. I'm just going to go for the high level. On the front bumpers, we have the options of the stock. We have this little front splitter there. Quite nice, quite subtle. Then we have this bigger chin spoiler. And then we have this that says it has canards. I think these names are just wrong. These are basically just splitters in different colours. I'm going to go for that rubber splitter. Always a winner. On the rear bumper we have this. Then we have this extra bit at the bottom. And then we have it painted. I'm just going to... Actually, I do like it painted. I do like it with the rubber. I'll do two versions, I think. On the exhaust we have this nice twin exhaust. Nice and clean. But we also have this big, massive one. Actually, it's not too big for the Civic. Or we have this one right here. Oh, I do like a good slash cut. Slash cut is always a winner. Yeah, we'll go for that. That's very JDM. Then we have some roll cage options. So we have this one right here. Quite nice. Goes into the dashboard. And then we have another one. How does this alter? Oh, it's just slightly different at the back. I guess there must be a way to remove these rear seats. Yeah, I'm going to go for that one, I think. Then on the hood, we can have the carbon scoot hood. It's actually just a carbon hood. And then we also have remove hood. That is a really nice detailed engine bay. Always like that. Always like to have a nice full 3D engine. That's very nice. That's also the exact same cap that I have on my Evo. Exact same. Well, there it is. I'm not even going to pretend to tell you what engine code that is because I've got to be honest, other than a K20, I know that there are D series and B series, but I think this is a B series. I could be wrong. I'm just going to guess that it's a B series. Let's say it's a B series. I'll wait for the comments. I will actually just go for the carbon one though, because I do think that looks nice. Although, if we do have some livery options, or we don't. Oh, okay. In that case, we'll go for carbon. On the roof, this is going to be a roof spoiler. How does that work? Oh, it's actually a sunroof. Oh, it's a sunroof thing. Okay, we'll just not have that, I guess. So we can upgrade the performance, which is well worth doing on these, because not so fast. They do lower quite well though. It's a pretty sizable drop. We'll give the windows a little bit of a tint, just a light smoke. The extra on this thing is actually just going to be the front plate. Do you know what? I'm going to make this full USDM. Get rid of that front plate. We'll stick a turbo on it. Turbo Hondas, always amazing. I tell you, that is what I would really like. Is I'd love to have like either an EF or an EJ. Actually, or an EG. Do you know what? They're all amazing. I love them. But with a K20... with a turbo. Maybe four-wheel drive? That's a pipe dream. That would be amazing though. I would just love to have that. So what else do we have here? This is going to be the stripped out rear. This is good. This now suits our roll cage. Let's get rid of those rear seats. Let's lightweight this, get rid of all of the carpet. Is this throughout the whole car? It is. Full carpet removal. That's definitely stripped out. Then we have some sun strips. We have the Osaka Kanjo Performance Civic JDM, the whole 9 yards. Rising sun flag. All the typical things you would expect to find from this sort of thing. Or we have the Sakudo Chases. Of course, this is made by Sakudo Chases. They always make the best cool Japanese car mods. Definitely recommend checking out the rest of their car mods. There'll be a link in the description below for this. We'll support them for this build. Let's just have that. So we also have carbon door cards. This is going to be interesting. That's definitely not a carbon door card. What is it? I should not be trusting these names. Ah, painted wing mirrors. Maybe in the next build. Maybe in the next build. Actually, do you know what? If I'm going for the carbon, I'm going to make this like the rich build. Let's do it. Let's go for that. Let's go to splitter. Let's make that coloured. Let's go rear bumper. Let's make that coloured. There we go. So our seat options, we do actually have these very nice stock looking seats. I do like how they look. But, of course, we have some nice bride seats. Takata belts. In red. Oh, that if you're gonna have a modified Civic, I think red seats are definitely key. Definitely go for those. Then the steering wheel, we can just get rid of that stock Honda one. Go for that. Oh, a Nardi wheel, of course, with red stitching. That's always a winner. I really need to get myself a Nardi wheel, even if not for my Evo, but for something in the future. I have to get one. I have to have a car with that wheel at some point in my life. Then we have some safety nets for the windows in a couple of different colours. We have them in green and black. Very interesting. Definitely not what this car's supposed to look like. I'll keep that stock. Then to finish off, we do actually have a couple of engine modifications. So we have the primary colour. Ooh, look at that. That is nice. That's actually the same. Oh, they are slightly different. That's going to be just secondary colour. I want to go for that though. That does look so cool. And then we also have the black exposed vernier pulleys, which is actually not. It's just this big, massive hard pipe. So that is a complete battery removal or relocation. I don't know, actually, does this actually physically relocate the battery for full realism? It doesn't. Okay, so actually, technically, this car wouldn't run because it doesn't have a battery anymore. But it's got rid of the old airbox and it's gone for a big, massive hard pipe to this big, massive filter. Actually, very similar to what I'm planning to do very soon on my own car. Getting rid of this old, horrible plastic tubing in the airbox and just going for that. Man, I bet that would sound good. Well, I'll go for that, even if technically it would not work because there's no battery anymore. On to paints. How about a matte colour? What have we got? Matte black is just a bit too rough, I think. I'll tell you what. Red Civics. Why do they look so good? I'm actually going to get rid of matte. I'm going to go for a metallic red. That is a winner. That is a winner. Either that or blue. What blues we got? Actually, that blue right there. And maybe we'll just tweak the colour a little bit in the RGB. Make it a bit bluer, I think. That's the key. That is nice. Maybe a bit of red. That is nice. I like how that looks. As for the wheels, we need some good tuner wheels for this one. What we got? These are all kind of wild and deep dish. Don't really suit this car. I might actually just go with one of the stock wheels on this one. Just because it gives a smaller wheel and a chunkier tyre, which I think just suits this car a little bit better. I might go with that, actually. That's kind of cool. So let's shut the boot down. Let's just play with the stance a little bit. I'll make the wheels just a little bigger, a little wider, which means that I will actually have to raise the car up height a little bit. Yeah, oh well. But we're not going to have any sort of camber or anything with this one. I think that looks great as it is. Maybe like a tiny bit of front, just like that. And that's it. I think that's pretty cool. And there we go. Still incredibly slow. I don't know what the hell just blew up around there. Actually, this doesn't sound as impressive with this horrible sort of like weird turbo whine going on, but it does look awesome. Even in this shiny blue, very, very cool. I absolutely love it. Right, I'm going to do one more build. I'm not going to sort of like time lapse it or anything. I'm just going to show you the completed build. Let's go. Okay, I went a little mad. I decided to go for just the weirdest theme. I went for like expensive wheels, but also the car is like dirty and ratty. I went for the painted wheels. I've gone for this like what is supposed to look like an oxidized red paint that's all sort of like matted. It's got no bonnet, but the engine is like pristine. It's modified. It's like stripped out interior. It hasn't got like any sort of fancy wheel or anything. It's sort of like done on the cheap. Still has a fancy spoiler though, but it is absolutely slammed to the ground and it's cambered like crazy. I don't know what look this is, but I'm sure that someone somewhere has made a Civic that is sort of like this. It has to have happened. And so that's why I decided to do that sort of build for this last one. I will say though, this one does look awesome. I absolutely love it. I love this model of Civic. They're getting rarer now, I think. They're getting more expensive. I don't think I'll ever be able to get one. But that's going to be it, guys. I actually just want you guys to let me know what you think about this Civic. What is your favourite version of the Honda Civic? Is it like an EF, an EG, an EK? Let me know. Or maybe you own a Civic like this. I'd love to know. You can even try and tweet me pictures of your Civic. I always like to see pictures of Civics. I've got to admit it, I'm a Civic lover. I love Civics. I think they're awesome. In fact, Hondas in general. Just love Hondas. Right, well, there we go, guys. This thing is all broken. In fact, the wheels are all just budged and it's slowing down. Or maybe this is just a Honda. This is just as fast as it goes. I'm actually going as fast as possible, or trying. Yeah, this thing's dead. It's down to the ground. It's broken. That'll be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.